Hey, what's going on, fellas? Geronimo 22. We're going to make an update. We're going to go back to match coverage, and we're going to change part of the match coverage responsibilities to zone coverage, or we're going to user it, or we're going to make it better, okay? After talking to some people, looking at it with me, looking at it some more, watching game film, like this is the championship game from 2 years ago. This is Demeco's last game as a Niners DC. I had to go back and find out some more information and what's really going on here. And what I think is going on is that we have basically a defense that has taken the match coverage and kind of changed the way it plays to the strong side of the formation. Now, we won't be able to do that in Madden all the time. We might have to actually do it away from the strong side. I'll talk more about that later. Okay, but just want to let you guys know that the playbook has been updated. All the cover 3 skies are gone, except a few. It's back to seam. Okay, so we're playing 3 seam, but we do have to take into account some coverage adjustments that we have to play in Madden. Okay, so the playbook has been updated. It's updated now on the PlayStation 5. I will make another video later on showing all the plays again. Kind of cleaned it up, made sure all those 3 seams are back in there, made sure that we represent what we see on film so far with Demeco Ryan's wide 9, and also I'm starting to look into the Salah version of it as well. Okay, something to just take a look at this play. This is actually a hot pressure. Okay, so we do have a hot pressure out of nickel triple. All right, so this is actually a 6-man rush. It turns into a 5-man rush here, but that's only because the back went out. But it gets the desired effect. But just showing some film in the background that I'm going to go on the field and show you some more. This would be one of the single linebacker pressures right there. Maybe that was supposed to be the nickel, but it was checked down to the linebacker. So you're going to see some stuff here. Here goes 3x1 nub. Everybody loves this formation in Madden. Doesn't work the same in real life. Okay, but take a look at this play here. Look at the safety and the nickel, right? See how they drop out and they kind of get into that window? That's not true match coverage in my book, okay? There's some other examples here that are going to pop up where those guys, let me go back on that for you. Those guys actually don't truly match 2 to the flat with a lot of gusto. And I think that's the theory that I've come up with, and I've talked to some people. It seems as if we're getting really, these guys are relating to 2, but they're still just kind of getting out to the numbers, because what happens in the NFL, right? A lot of big routes thrown on time, right? With 2 going out or 2 running a zig, right? To kind of suck up that match defender. And I think these guys have figured out, hey, and I say these guys as in Robert Saleh, going back to him, to Demeco Ryans, and even Kyle Shanahan. I'm pretty sure he's talked about it with his coordinators and said this would be really tough if you kind of have this seam flat player in no man's land, right? So at first I said, well, we should just play 3 sky. Well, that's not going to work because we still have matching going on with our underneath guys against 3x1. If it's 3x1, we're still getting megs on the backside. And I know this is 2x2 right here, but imagine that was 3x1, right? And we're getting quick matches in 3x1 on the running back to the flat if he goes out weak. So my theory is, let's go back to seam. Let's play seam the way it is. But then also let's be smart about it and realize that we don't have to be robots and play seam because Madden put it in a certain way. We can kind of create the rules to make it a little bit different. So we're going to have fun doing that. And then the other thing is, this is going to apply to quarters coverage as well. Okay, this is what I've seen over the past couple of years, is quarters coverage applies the same with the quarter flat defender. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. I think Madden actually helps us out by the way they play quarters, and we go from there. All right. This is an example here of it could be quarters or it could be 3 buzz seam, right? Third and extra long. We get the double mug look, which again, I've put in the book, guys. I've had a lot of these double mug looks now, but you see these guys get out, right? And then this safety comes down. You know, I don't think it's quarters coverage, because if it's quarters coverage, most safeties are going to play over 2, right? And somebody's going to be responsible for 3. But here, in this case, this safety just sits down at the sticks. He's getting width, he's getting depth, And I think there's 3 buzz. I just think what we're having here is the backside safety is just staying on his quarters track. He's not going to the middle of the field. And I think this corner should be reading 2-1, and he kind of gets stuck. And that's why that seam looks open there. But I'm pretty sure this is cover 3 buzz seam. And I'm pretty sure this is the weak side of the formation because the 2 receivers are probably up there. We probably have a tight end, a running back, and a receiver at the bottom. Okay, so that would be the weak rotation versus that type of empty set, just so you know. All right, so again, these are the changes. This is the playbook. This is how we're going to roll. All right, so we'll talk more about it on the field. Let's just jump over to the PlayStation real quick, take a look at something. Right, so what I have for you guys in the new playbook, and if anybody on Xbox wants to copy it, I'll give you the chance to do it right now, but I'll make a video later as well. 4-4 is there for you. It's just really a placeholder. It could be used on short yardage. 4-4. 5-2 is a nice little defense. Only 3 plays in there right now. These are only 3 I've seen them run. Nice little short yardage defense. We have the over wide. Understand you can't run 3 seam unless you're running a blitz at an over wide. It's just 3 sky. So I would suggest to use this like on teams that have compression sets. Same thing with over. Same thing. You don't have it unless you want to take the Sam Edge 3 and turn that into a cover 3 seam. You can do that. All right. We can talk more about that later. And don't forget, the other coverages he likes to run is quarters and cover 6 and cover 2. So that's going to show up a lot. Big nickel over G is going to be really good with all the nice little, we'll show more of this later. If you guys want to join the DB room or the coordinator crew in my Patreon, I'm posting video like straight up all 22 with not me talking. Just you can watch the tape yourself if you want to get some tape and just watch it. Watch the defenses in action. Take your own notes. But anyway, there's a lot of safety walking down, either to disguise quarters or cover 6, or a lot of safety walking down to blitz, right? So, but we want to use that here. This is a nice package to use that. Big nickel over G is very nice where you can show that safety walking down and get into something like quarters, okay? So we have that there. We have cover 2. We have our single linebacker blitzes. We have cover 3 buzz seam there. And nickel and over are pretty much the exact same thing here, guys. All right, it's not like there's not much difference with the plays. It's 9 plays. It's pretty much the exact same plays. It's just I use the over defense in Madden against under center formations. It makes life a little bit easier. If you guys have bought any of my Jim Swartz guides or anything, or you listen to me talk about how to play, it's one of the requirements. Double Mug has a nice 9 play package. Okay, we're going to use that a lot, especially with the walk down safety look. Okay. And then triple is going to be there for us as well. So this is going to be some nice 3rd down packages that we're going to use there, okay? Those 6 plays. Very bare bones playbook. You guys can add more to it. 2-man, it doesn't seem like a big play for them. Same thing with 1 robber, but I have it here for you in dime, okay? I think it's necessary versus a lot of spread teams. But we have our cover 6, we have our cover 4, we have our 3 buzz seam. Same thing here. Nothing crazy, no blitzing, right? And then we have Sugar Week. So that's another new one that we added. Those 4 plays are there. So it's very bare bones. I suggest if you want to add more blitzes in there, try to find them, scheme them up, add them to the book. The book is very basic. I'm going to pretty much rock with this book in my league, see how it works, okay? I'm just giving you one more preview here. And then I'll do an official video later for you guys. But if you guys want to get on it right now, Xbox guys, those are all the plays. The audibles aren't even in yet. I kind of redid it real fast, so you can choose the audibles that you want for your system, okay? Just understand, Robert Saleh at the Jets runs more quarters and man, and Demeco seems to run a little bit more cover 3 mixed with cover 3 cover 6. So a lot of cover 3, cover 6 seems like it's a little bit more of his favorite. Maybe it's a game plan thing. And then that 3 buzz, not sure if it's cover quarters or 3 buzz, kind of like the next thing, okay? And then that's that. And then obviously some man coverage. So that's there for you guys. So just want to put this video out real quick, just give you an update. Sorry to kind of like go back and forth, but that's that. All right. So what I'm going to do here is stop the video for YouTube. You guys have it for you. You guys can run it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to continue it on for the Patreon guys. I want to just kind of quickly talk about the technique that we're going to try to attempt when it comes to playing the coverage a new way based off of how we've seen Demeco do it on film, okay?